The transformative power of entrepreneurship is ingrained in our culture. We grow up believing that anyone can have an idea and act on it. And we've seen that it just takes a handful of entrepreneurs through job creation and innovation to actually rebuild cities, as we've seen happen right here in Pittsburgh. But 21 years ago, the idea that high-growth, high-impact entrepreneurs like Layla existed in emerging markets and underserved cities in the US sounded downright crazy. In fact, in many parts of the world, I'm still known as Chica Loca, the crazy girl. So let me take you back to 1998, when I met a kid named Wences Casares, who grew up in a sheep farm in Patagonia, was living in Buenos Aires, and had just dropped out of college and convinced his two sisters to drop out with him to start Patagon.com, what he envisioned as the E-Trade of Latin America. Now, 34 investors had turned Wences down by the time we met him. What's E-Trade? And who are you? I don't recognize your last name. But we saw in him this big thinking, big acting guy, and he passed through this rigorous Endeavor selection process, became an Endeavor entrepreneur, and we went to work. We helped him recruit a COO. We introduced him to Fred Wilson, one of the top VCs in New York, who invested $4 million. Wences also met and married my assistant, Belle. Endeavor is a full-service organization. 18 months later, Wences sold Patagon.com for $750 million to Banco Santander. Two things happened. All 34 investors called me up saying, "You got any more crazy kids out there?" And young kids throughout Latin America started saying, "If Wences can do it, I can too." But what I love about his story and the story of Endeavor entrepreneurs is that his impact didn't stop there. Wences has gone on to found 4 other companies, the latest dealing with Bitcoin, and he's a sought-after mentor and angel investor. He's a member of my global board of directors. And as you heard, Endeavor not only helps entrepreneurs scale, but we give them a platform and teach them a responsibility of giving back to their communities and paying it forward by mentoring and investing in others. But what excites me most and why I continue on as CEO today, and the big idea I want to talk about next, is that we are on the verge of becoming self-sustaining as an organization based on the very Endeavor entrepreneurs we support. And I want to end with this because I feel like it has implications for our entire field. To set the stage, Endeavor is set up as a 501c3, but as my friend Chris Howard here knows, we didn't really fit the nonprofit mold. So in 2012, my board members, led by Reid Hoffman of LinkedIn, helped us set up Endeavor Catalyst funds, rules-based funds that would allow us to co-invest in Endeavor entrepreneurs raising rounds of equity capital. We provide returns for investors, and we generate profits that help Endeavor to scale further. We've raised $115 million, and as of this week, made 93 investments in Endeavor companies. So as this is happening, I think it's going great. Endeavor Catalyst is generating returns for impact investors. The entrepreneurs love the added support. And my team is finally seeing this vision that I had of, by, and for entrepreneurs becoming a reality. But as I start describing Endeavor as a hybrid organization, a board member pulls me aside and says, "You can't use that word, hybrid. It makes people nervous. You gotta find a new word." So I did, and I went back to my board to explain that 20 years ago, nonprofit and for-profit were seen as mutually exclusive. There was a binary choice that founders had to make. But today, the world has moved beyond the binary. Facebook, this is true, Facebook has 71 gender options. So I said, Endeavor is evolving with the times. We too are moving beyond the binary. You want a new word? Endeavor is the first trans profit. At which point the same board member said, "I think I like hybrid after all." I want to thank Teresa and the entire Heinz Family Foundation for this incredible award, and want you to know that Grant and I are going to talk afterwards to see if Endeavor's entrepreneur scale-up model and our trans profit movement might be right for Pittsburgh. Thank you very much.